Hey, what's up YouTube? This video, I'm going to do all keys lost on a Volkswagen CC, I think like 2009 to 2015. We've got to remove the comfort control module and pull it out of the case. And you end up with something like this. Back in video 669, I did a video using Autel, but somebody wanted to see with Key Tool Plus. So I'll link the Autel video up in the corner here if you want to check it out. But with Key Tool Plus, you need your EEPROM adapter, soldering setup, and then the slot key, which I didn't dig one out of my van. I'm just going to use a Super Chip for the video, but on the screen you can see what the slot key is. And what we'll do is we'll get started. First thing that you need to do is identify your EEPROM chip, and it's a 95320 chip, and it's actually located right here. And you need to remove that chip, so you need a soldering station, you know, like a heat gun or some kind of soldering setup to take that off and read it. So we'll go ahead and get it off, and then we'll proceed doing the key. All right, so we've got our chip removed from the board, and we're going to go ahead and put it in our EEPROM adapter and then connect it to the Key Tool Plus so we can read it. All right, so we've got our chip seated into the adapter, and we'll go ahead and plug it into the Key Tool Plus, and we'll proceed to read it so we can make our key. All right, got it plugged in. And now in the Key Tool Plus, first thing we need to do is we need to go into prog and EEPROM and flash. We need to read the EEPROM, and this is a 95320, and it's made by ST. So we're going to scroll down to ST, look for 95, which is right here, and 320, which is right here. And now we're going to go ahead and just read it. And we want the EEPROM. And it'll ask to continue, and then if it's hooked up correctly, it'll read it. So there we go. So now it's read our EEPROM data, and go ahead and just save that. And I'll hit OK, and we'll just notice up here in the top here, it might be hard to see in the video, but it does show you what folder it goes in. It goes into the prog folder. You see up here, it goes into prog. Pay attention to that so you can find it later. And I'm going to hit OK. Now we've read it and saved it. Now if you want the CS and the pin to take a picture of it to use later, or just to save it so you don't have to pull the module again in the future, you can actually hit Emo Programming. You can select Volkswagen, and you don't have to do this step when you're doing it on bench, but I'm just going to show you anyway. I'm going to go to select by type. This is Emo 4, Volkswagen, Skoda, and seat. All the way at the bottom you have VW, Passat, CC, Lawrence. We'll hit that. Start. Now, if we get pin and CS, it says read from the engine computer. That's probably not going to work. If you have it, you can input it. But if you want to get it, load comfort computer EEPROM, which is what we just read. So we'll hit that. And you have to go to, back out of here, pad prog, and go to today's date, find our file that we just saved, and we open it up. And it'll actually give you the CS and pin, which you can take a picture and save for later. But that's not something you have to do. But if you want it, it's right there. To actually make the key on bench, though, we're going to go to the Emo Data tool. So we'll hit that. And once again, we'll select Volkswagen. And this is a Passat CC, so we're going to choose Passat. And so you got Comfort, High Tag 95320, or ID48. In America, I've never seen one that's not ID48, so that's what it is. We're going to just select that. We're going to hit Start. We'll load our file. And from here, we've got our keys. So there's only one key in there. And with Xhorse, there's two ways we can do this. If you're not concerned about a security problem, like it's an auction car, the key was flushed down the toilet or something, then you can actually clone this with a Super Chip and just put it into your slot key, and it would actually start the car. And the way to do that is you would select key slot 1 because it's used, or just any used one. And on the bottom right here, you just hit Make Dealer Key. And it gives you the option here, is it a VVDI Super Chip or is it a Megamost 48? And we're going to use a Super Chip, put it in the Key Tool Plus. Got it in the little slot right here, and we're going to hit OK. And what it's going to do is it's going to take the existing key data and write it to our Super Chip. You see down at the bottom here in the corner, it tells us what it's doing here. This is just a blank ID46 Super Chip, so it's going to actually make it a 48 chip, and it's going to write the data from the comfort control module to this chip. So it's telling us to put the new key in the programmer, which the chip is right here. Hit OK. And now if you read that message here, it says prepare dealer key success. Now the key can start the car. So you would just open up your slot key, put the super chip in there, and you'd be able to start the car. And of course you would just program the remote separately, which you have to do no matter what. So that's how you actually clone a key right from the car's computer. But just remember, if you do it this way, the lost key will still work. So just know that. Now the next way you can do this, we'll hit OK. I'm going to take this chip out and just get it over here. And you can of course do this with the Key Tool Plus, but rather than get out of the menu, I'm just going to use my Key Tool Max. Now I'm going to take another super chip, and we're going to go to VVDI Super Chip, and I'm going to just set this as an ID48 chip. So we'll set it. So now it's a 48 chip. Now if you're just using the actual slot key, which I showed you at the beginning of the video, you don't have to do that step because your slot key would work. You just would put it into your Key Tool Plus. But we're going to put that chip right there. And we're going to just hit start, and we'll just load our file again. Now you notice here we've got the two positions here. Now I want to overwrite position 1. So you see the chip ID ends in 5B4 right here. I'm going to select this slot. I'm going to hit make dealer key. This time I'm going to just choose MegaMost 48, which would be either my super chip here or if you had the actual slot key. And I'm going to just hit OK. And it's telling me to put a key into the programmer, which I already did. Now, so I'm going to make the key. Now, if we're going to read this message, it says prepare dealer key success. It can start engine after write back dump file. So if we wanted to add a second key, we would do this again to write another file. But what we're going to do is we're going to hit OK. We need to save it. And it's going to just save it as key number 1 is what the file actually is. And now there's one more step we need to do from here. So this chip is prepared, but it's not been written to the EEPROM yet. So we have to actually go back to prog, EEPROM and flash, back to ST again, and 95320. And this time we're going to write. So EEPROM start. And it makes us select a file, and we're going to go into, oops, I didn't select it. Same folder, and we have our file now that has key number 1. So we're going to select that file, we're going to open it, and we're going to write it to the car. All right, so now that's written. Now, if we were to reinstall this to the car, it's actually going to work, but let me just show you that here. If we go back to the Emo data tool, and we'll go back to Volkswagen and Passat, ID48, start. And I want to open up the key file number 1. I'm going to open it. And if you look, now the key ID is actually different. Now it says E012, which is different than it just was because we've overwritten that old key, and that old key will no longer work. And then if you were to actually read the chip that we just made, which of course you can do with the Key Tool Plus, but go ahead and just go to, let's see, transponder clone. We're just going to read it. And if you look at the chip ID, same chip ID is right here. So this chip is now prepared to start the car. So now the last step is just to solder the EEPROM back and then put the module back in the car, and then of course program the remote, which of course you're going to have to do separate on the car. So we'll go ahead and we would just put the chip back on the board, and that's basically it. So don't have much to add to this. If you guys have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments. And I guess until next time, we'll talk to everybody later.